Right now, while you're watching this, someone you know hasn't posted on social media in months, and you probably think they're lonely. Maybe you've scrolled past their dormant profile and wondered if something's wrong with them. Here's what nobody tells you. While you were performing your life for an audience of strangers, they were actually living it. A 2023 study from Stanford found that people who don't post on social media report 37% higher satisfaction with their personal relationships. Not lower, higher. Which raises an uncomfortable question. What do silent profiles know about real connection that the rest of us have completely forgotten? Because the answer isn't what you think, and it reveals something disturbing about what we've all been doing online for the past decade. Let's talk about what posting actually is. Every time you share something online, your brain performs a calculation. How will this make me look? Dr. Larry Rosen, psychologist at California State University, calls this self-presentation anxiety. You're not documenting your life, you're curating an exhibition of it. The silent ones opted out of this entirely. Not because they're antisocial, but because they recognized something crucial. The performance was replacing the experience. When you're at dinner, thinking about the caption instead of the conversation, you've traded presence for validation. Silent profiles didn't reject people. They rejected the intermediary. They chose the unmediated version of connection, the one that doesn't require an audience to feel real. And here's the twist. That choice actually makes them more available to the people who matter. Here's where it gets uncomfortable. If you're constantly posting, you've outsourced your identity maintenance to an algorithm. You need the likes to confirm you exist in a certain way. Silent profiles don't have that dependency. MIT researcher Sherry Turkle found that people who communicate primarily face-to-face develop deeper empathy and emotional regulation than those who rely on digital interaction. The silent ones aren't missing out on connection. They're experiencing a different quality of it, one that requires eye contact, one that can't be filtered or edited or deleted, one where you have to sit with discomfort instead of scrolling past it. And here's the part that makes people defensive. Their silence is a mirror. It shows everyone else how much energy we're spending on an audience that doesn't actually know us. That's not antisocial. That's just honest. So here's the truth about what silent profiles understand. Connection was never supposed to be scalable. You can't deeply know 300 people. You can't maintain real intimacy through comments. The silent ones chose quality over quantity. And in doing so, they opted out of the loneliest form of togetherness ever invented, being surrounded by people who only know your highlight reel. They're not disconnected, they're selectively connected to people who've earned access to the unperformed version of their lives. And now you know the answer to that question from the beginning. What they've remembered that we forgot is simple. Real connection requires vulnerability, and vulnerability requires safety, and safety can't exist when everything is content. If this opened your eyes to something you hadn't considered, do me a favor and hit that like button. It genuinely helps these ideas reach people who need them. And if you want more perspectives that challenge how we see the world, subscribe, because I make these to start conversations, and I'd love to have you in the next one.